Morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Um, I wanted to talk to y'all. I made a post the other day about the things that was being revealed and the things that I was learning, and I got all hyped up about it. Um, but I figured I needed to take a couple of days. I needed to take a few days and kind of marinate on it and hear the message so that I could portray it in a way that would be beneficial for everyone, not just myself. Um, so here we are, 2021, and we've been through a lot. We've experienced a lot. We've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of changes, mainly. I would like to say that our veil is definitely being lifted. I'm gonna go over here because I know this is gonna be really nice. Our veil is definitely being lifted, and we're starting to see through the illusion a little more and a little more, especially when it comes to our government. Our government, which is not needed. But I don't want to talk about the government. I want to talk about our individual duties, our individual selves. Wow, this is beautiful. Let me show you. People just parked up at the sandbar, enjoying their Sunday morning. How beautiful that is. So I'm gonna sit right here to give this message. But I want to talk about our individual missions, our individual journeys. I've been reading. I've found this woman named Dolores Cannon a few weeks ago by accident. It was a little clip on YouTube, and then I learned that she had written a bunch of books, and the one book that stuck out to me was The 3 Waves of Volunteers in a New Earth. So I felt so excited in my soul about this book, almost to the point that I just couldn't resist going and buying it. So I ran over to Barnes & Nobles, and it was the only book by her that they had in stock. She's written like 17 books, and it was the only book that they had by her in stock. So I purchased the book, and I started reading it. And the book talks about, she's a hypnotist. She's been working since like the 70s. She recently passed away in 2014. But before that, she did a lot of work here on this planet, in connecting our history, connecting extraterrestrials, just connecting all the dots that we don't know need to be connected. We don't even realize. We think like we are the only species in this vast universe, multiverse, and there are some that understand that there are other beings out there, but I mean, do you really understand that? Like, this book just brought it home. Like, it really brought it home. And we look at extraterrestrials like they are a separate species from us. And they're not, y'all. Like, some of our past lifetimes or our future lifetimes, which are all happening now, um, we have all been an extraterrestrial at one point or another. Uh, it's actually kind of where we come from. Like, this carnation on Earth is almost like our last stop. This is like the highest. This is like you're going through school, and like this is graduate school here on Earth, because this is the hardest plane to live in. Um, to learn our soul lessons in, because we have the veil of forgetfulness, we have the laws of polarity here that are very real to us. The laws of polarity would be polar opposites, like love, hate, up, down, light, dark, good, not good. You know what I'm saying? And this is the planet where this is, I want to say, the only planet where that actually exists. You know, so that's what makes it so difficult. On top of that, we are programmed to be powerless. We are programmed to believe that we are only our bodies, and what our bodies need are the only things that should matter to us. And there's so much more. And one of the most profound things that I read in this book, and it was actually towards the end of the book. It was a big ass fish. Did y'all hear that? Might have caught that on tape. But one of the most profound things that I learned in this book is that our energies man, if there's any fishermen out here, hold on one second, yo. One of the most profound things that I learned in this book is that our energies, our human energies on this planet, have been seeping out into the universe. And we are so careless with our energies. Somebody pisses us off, we don't care about releasing that energy out into the atmosphere, telling that person like it is, expressing those emotions that are not love, that are not compassion, that are not passion. And what I learned in this book was that those energies create gases that have seeped out of our atmosphere into the universe and have destroyed entire planets. And this is not something they teach us in school. This is not something that the scientists, put in their reports. I don't even know if they know about it, to be honest. But there are whole planets and whole species of beings that all they do is send healing energies to our planet, and we have destroyed those planets that do that from our emotions that we emit, the emotions that we hold within our heart, the emotions and the energies that we contain in our in our aura, in our energetic field, because that's how powerful we are. That is how powerful we are. And we don't realize it because we have been taught, again, that we're just these fleshly bodies, that our spirit is only going to matter once we die, and that's not true. These times that are upon us now are very, very important times, and this is why you see more and more and more people, waking up and talking about this and trying to push this, this knowledge. And there's some of you who are asleep that get annoyed by this. There's some of you that are still asleep, that are still in your ignorance, that laugh and call us crazy. And that's okay. That's okay. Because we are going to lead by example. We are going to walk in our truth, and we're going to speak our truth, and we're going to show the way. we are going to be the way. We are going to be the truth. We are going to be the light. No matter what anyone else has to say. And I mean, we had a being on this planet, Jesus Christ himself, that did remarkable things, and they laughed at him, and they called him crazy, and they hung him on a cross, and they persecuted him, and they killed him. And you know what he said? It's okay, I forgive you. You know not what you do. But he came to open up a pathway for us, to show us who we could be, who we are, what our potentials are. And the church put him on a pedestal when that wasn't the place to put him. They turned him into an idol, someone to worship, and that was not the place to put him. He came to show us, and I've said this many, many times, he came to show us our truth. He came to show us the way to that truth. And that way was through love, and through light, and through passion, and through compassion, and through forgiveness, and through joy, and through inspiration. But we have been so brainwashed. We have been so brainwashed, and we have been asleep for so long. But the day has come. The time is here. There's no more room for that. There's no more room for that. And if we don't change the way we live, if we don't change what we hold in our hearts, truly hold in our hearts, and be honest about it, if we don't change every single emotion we have into love, into forgiveness, into compassion for people, for one another, for Mother Nature, for everything on this planet, we have a very short time before this planet is non-inhabitable. A very short time. Under a decade. There will be fires. There will be tsunamis. There will be unimaginable heat. Uninhabitable heat. There will be death on death on death. Y'all think what we've seen so far is terrible? This is nothing compared to what's coming if we don't change. If we don't let love be our number one guidance. If we don't let compassion be the thing that drives us. And yes, there will be people like myself, and I say that proudly. There will be people that carry the light, that hold this love in their heart, that will transition into a new reality, into a new world, where the old earth and the old heaven will pass away, and a new earth and a new heaven will come about. And we will be in that old earth. And to the ones that laughed, to the ones that didn't want to wake up, to the ones that just wanted to continue to live in this program, you will be here to experience these horrific catastrophes. You will be here to experience the death, the wars, the decaying of flesh. You will be here to experience that. And I think of so many people that I know and that I love that will be here for that, because they just don't want to wake up. And it takes time to acclimate your energy to these energies, these vibrations, these frequencies that will be able to transition into the new earth. It takes time to do that. You can't do it all at once. It can't be done all at once. If you haven't started, please start now. Please start now. Start with love. Start with compassion. Don't worry about traveling backwards and seeing, what happened, healing that childhood trauma. There's no time for that anymore. There's no time for that anymore, y'all. We have to carry love. You have to force love in your heart. You have to force compassion in your heart. Now is the time. We don't have any more time to practice. We don't have any more time to gradually take these changes and make them real for us. We need to fight for this like it's the fight for our lives, because it literally, quite literally is. You are God's. You are sovereign. You are inherent divinity. It is yours by right of being. But that does not mean to use that power and that sovereignty for greed, to step on someone else, to make yourself feel like you're bigger than someone else. It's not meant to be used that way. It is not meant to be used that way, and that's how we've gotten to where we are, because the elite, the ones that rule this planet right now, that's how they've come to rule it, because they knew, because they had the knowledge. They didn't share it with us. Instead, what they did was they took religion and they took half-truths and they put them in this Bible and they called it the truth and they crammed it down your fucking throats. And they said, this is the way. And they made you feel guilty for being human, for having desires, for being expressive. I don't know what's jumping in this water. I'm wondering if we can catch it on camera. But it's like they beat you down with the truth. But they tweaked it so that it wouldn't empower you. They tweaked it so it would keep chains on your ankles so you couldn't rise. These same people are the ones that murdered Jesus. These same people took the directives from Rome, from King Herod, and beheaded John the Baptist. These same people that wrote that Bible. Look at the Crusades, the Christians, how many people they murdered because they didn't believe like they believed, because they wouldn't claim Christianity. Y'all think about this, and everybody wants to walk around, I'm Christian, I'm Christian, I'm Christian. Do you even know what that means? Do you even know what that means? They've brainwashed you and manipulated you to think that, oh, that means you follow Jesus. No. Jesus did not stand for any of that. He did not stand for any of that. Who did Jesus walk with? All the sinners of the world. Y'all have to wake up. Think for yourself. Use your own brain. And if it doesn't spark love and compassion in your heart, then it is not the way. It is not the truth. This earth is becoming inhabitable in under a decade, y'all. There will be no food grown on this planet. There will be fires coming out of the earth. Am I trying to promote fear? No. Because fear takes you out of your power. Fear takes you out of your sovereignty. What I'm trying to promote is the truth of where we're headed if we don't change our vibrations. If we don't change our energy. Nine years. 9 years. By the year 2030, this planet will be totally different from what you know now. There's all this beauty. There will be a lot of you who will just laugh and say, who the hell she thinks she is? No. That's not how it's going to happen. It's going to be a recession and money. It's so much bigger than that. It's so much bigger than that. So while you're out there and you're teaching people how to hoard money and teaching your kids how to make money and showing your friends, you know, how to work hard and save money and make money, you're teaching them wrong. You're teaching them wrong. What happens when money has no value anymore? What happens when it just turns into a piece of paper? It just turns into a coin. What happens when there's no food to be bought? Where there's no structure to purchase anything? What happens then? Everything you taught them is irrelevant. We need to teach love. We need to teach compassion. We need to teach the truth of who the fuck we are, y'all. These bodies are only vehicles. Do you claim your car as being who you are? No, you don't. You say, that's my vehicle. That's how I move around. That's what these bodies are. They're just a vehicle to move around on this plane, y'all. We're bigger than this. We're much, much larger than this. We're much more powerful than this. For all of you that are out there that are sick, that are in pain, that are in mental anguish, speak to yourself. Speak it to yourself. I command my body to heal. I command my mind to be at peace. Speak. You don't realize so much when you say, oh, I'm sick, that you're making yourself sick. You don't realize so much when you say, I'm so confused, that you're making yourself confused. When you say, I'm not worthy, I'm a failure, that you're making yourself a failure. That you're making yourself unworthy because the God in you speaks life into you. Speaks that reality into you. It's time to wake up, y'all. Stop. Speak life into each other. Speak love into each other. And if anybody is unwilling to do that, you need to separate yourself from them. You need to separate. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. It's time to detach from those things that do not resonate with the truth of your soul. It is time to detach. Otherwise, you will go down with them. When people are drowning, and you go out and you try to save them, most of the time they pull you under to get on top. That's the way it happens. So a better way is to throw out life support. Throw out a life support. Throw out something for them to grab so they can come aboard, because if you go out there and you try to save them yourself, they will pull you under. And that's what's happening. You have people out here that are beautiful, beautiful fucking souls, man. Beautiful to their core, that are beautiful souls that don't understand this and don't know this. And they surround themselves with such dark, dark energies. And what you don't realize is those energies are sucking the energy out of you so that they can survive, so that they can come above water. And then the next day you're feeling like weird. You feel a little less powerful. You feel a little less joyful. You feel a little less light. You feel a little more heavy. That's why. There's going to come a point where the people that aren't going to get it just aren't going to get it, and we have to walk away from them. Leave them be. Let them learn on their own path. Let them go on their own journeys. Now it's time to go after the people that are on the fence, the people that want to learn, the people that want to know, the people that want to grow. We cannot waste any more of our love and our light and our energy on people that just are not going to do it, that just are not going to get it, that are only going to use your energy to lift themselves up so they can have a little bit more energy to go out and do shit that does not resonate. They're leeches. They're sucking on your energy to make the darkness more powerful. That's why they're drawn to you. That's why they just can't be without you. What am I going to do without you? I need you. I need you. No. A sovereign being needs their self, needs their truth, needs their soul. Anything else is codependency. Anything else is energy vampires, energy leeches. They're sucking the life out of you. And if you allow that, then what will be, will be. We don't have a lot of time left, y'all. The earth will separate. There will be an earth that rises into a new dimension, and there will be this earth that stays where it is. And on the new earth, there will be no room for any of these dark energies that are on our planet right now. It's time to do away with church, y'all. It's time to close that Bible and put it down and listen. Listen to your heart. It's time to stop following behind this old program. It's time to stop feeding it. The more you feed it, the more powerful it becomes. The more you think you have to depend on a job to give you money instead of trusting in the universe and working for the universe everywhere out in the universe, in the multiverse, in other dimensions, and other universes. They have all got their eyes on this planet right now. Everyone outside of our planet is watching us to see what happens, to see what we will do, because for the first time in any existence, this planet will raise its dimension. And anything that does not resonate will perish, y'all, including you. Anything that does not resonate with love and compassion and joy and peace and harmony, anything that does not resonate with that will perish. So while you out there sleeping and partying your life away and staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning, partaking in things that aren't growing you, the time is passing you by, and you will be left here with them. Everything that shimmers ain't gold, y'all. And everything that's gold is not for you. I think that's it. Love is the key. Love is the key that would unlock all the doors, and not fake love. Not put a smile on your face and talk shit when they leave. Not put a smile on your face and hold hate in your heart. It ain't gonna work no more. You have to be loved through and through. You have to get that anger out of you, out of your heart. You have to get that hatred, that judgmental, that inequality. You have to get it out of your heart. And you need to fill it with love and compassion, peace and harmony. Good luck, everyone. I love you all. Be blessed. Peace.